Hey everybody, hello there, it's Douglas Block again. It's Sunday, September 22nd. The first day of autumn is tomorrow. The autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere. I guess it's the vernal equinox in the southern hemisphere. We don't have too many people from the southern hemisphere tuning in. Live is good, Patty Brady, Michael Stageman, hello, Julia, Salio, hello everybody. Yes, YouTube's got this weird new beta thing. Oh, there's some people watching. Okay, just have to manipulate what's going on. Mardino, James D, Barbara Hibbard, nice to see you. Steve Young, Mind Warriors. Yes, I'm really happy I hit the gym today because I really didn't want to. Now it's done over with. I hope you're feeling better. Abdullah, you feel great, believe it or not? Well, that's what happens. What goes down must come up. Mr. MJ Brooklyn, Orlando, Florida, feeling, what are you saying? I just missed you. Oh, feeling flat today. Well, okay, just go to the gym like Taco Platter did. Bethy, hey, didn't you just leave a comment or write me an email? Well, what do you think? Boy, 2019 went really fast, didn't it? I guess it's not over then. Wow, you're writing a fantasy novel. Well, writing is wonderful. I highly recommend it as a writer myself. What else is going on here? Unidista, Mizzy, oh yes. Get a bunch of you, the regulars are coming back. Pain to a pin. Hey, did you get my email? Of course you did. How are you doing these days? I know you were kind of down last week. It is good to be alive. Thank you, Alex Ramirez. MD Nixon from Germany. Jason, of course, with the puns from the UK. Jason Cardenas, how are you? I've been good. I actually went to the prom last night. Well, good for you. I guess you must be younger than 40. Anthony Olson. Hi all. Hope everyone is doing well. I was bedridden for 4 days with depression. Well, I hope you're out of bed now. Argentina. Well, somebody from the southern hemisphere. Yeah. Tomorrow's the first day of autumn. What's the weather like? Chad Fordham. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't think I've seen you. Sergio Meta. Barbara Hibbard going through med change. Not good. Well, that always happens. Well, here we are doing a little better than last week. Going to move in with my mom in January. Always good to have support from family. So, in a little bit, I'm going to have an announcement. I might as well have it right now since we have 40 people watching. 1 week from today, September 29th, I am doing an encore of my seminar called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. It's being put on by the Unity Spiritual Explorers. That was a pun. Explorers. It's happening at 1 o'clock right after I get done here at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And to find it and to register, you simply, first of all, unlock your iPad. That's always a good thing to do. All right. So the first thing you do is you Google Spiritual Unity Explorers. Can you see that right up there? Spiritual Unity Explorers, Unity. You click on that link, and you'll be taken to the workshop page. And as you can see, right here, there are two seminars I'm teaching. One is called Healing from Depression and Anxiety. It's called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. You click on those links to learn more, and if you want to register, that would be great. It's very inexpensive. Steve Young, £2. So that is on September 29th, and the one on depression, which has everything I know about depression in three days, going to go into it really in depth. That starts on October 27th, Joan, my partner's birthday. And the anxiety one starts this coming Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So check out Unity Spiritual Explorers. I think I have it right here. Google that, and you're on your way. Hey, Lazy Eye Ranch, good to see you. We worried about you a couple of days ago. Okay, someone's feeling anxious about the start of college. Yes, I understand, sure, John Mehta. I felt that way too when I was your age. How do I keep myself normal? Well, come to my seminar next week. You'll find out how. Deep breathing, affirmations, tell yourself it's going to be okay. You can handle it, encouraging self-talk, exercise, maybe some medication perhaps, but having people encourage you, all sorts of things, even prayer. So, again, you can do it. Congratulations. I don't know who is getting congratulations, but I don't know. My wife, Joka, and Joka wife. I'm so low in my depression. I'm so sick of how I'm feeling. Yes, sick and tired of feeling tired. Well, are you in mental health treatment? That's the key. Congratulations must be to Steve Young for the fantasy novel. Maybe you can read some stuff. Paddy Brady from Ireland. Yay, yay, yay. Brian Janko, Explosures, Combustible Explorers. that's very good. Explosures. Did I just made up a word? Abe Nixon, I had about 3 weeks to a month where I had no symptoms. That's why I couldn't join the live chat. That big change in my life happened. Suddenly I have anxiety again. I know, it creeps back on you. Rosie Bangle saying hello to Lazy Eye Ranch. I'm glad you guys are connecting. SK, it will be purchased for online. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, SK, but maybe the book by Jason. Chris Geyser, very generous person. He's given the super chat. If you want to do that same yourself, just click on the little dollar sign in the lower left-hand side of this chat box, and you can go ahead and make a contribution from 99 cents up. Oh, you got your blood test today and you're low on testosterone. Also going to the hospital. What's your take on TRT? Well, help my friend Noah Thomas. He has a whole channel built on TRT. So if you go Noah Thomas YouTube, he must have about 10 videos minimum on testosterone replacement therapy. Lord, I can't pronounce that, can I? Anyway, yeah. Low on TRT or low on testosterone can definitely exacerbate depression or maybe even partially cause it. I wish there was a Unity Church near me. Actually, my mother would say, I wish there were a Unity Church near me. I enjoy the atmosphere and the people go there. I'm not religious, but after the bad experience with racist Southern Baptist Church, yeah, I've been a member of Unity since 1971. They're very open. A lot of recovering alcoholics, a lot of recovering Catholics, recovering Protestants, recovering everybody. Takes so long to recover, Mardino. I'm 1 week pretty well, another week bad. Yes, that's the way it goes. Last year was an everyday disaster. You think it's a good sign? I take Prozac. Well, Prozac, for many people, helps with depression. So, observe how you're doing and talk it over with your prescriber. Mike Walker, no TRT, a family history of prostate cancer or problems. Thank you, Mike Walker. Appreciate that caveat. I'm sure the doctor will understand that, but I'm glad you're bringing it up. 58 people watching. My God, it's time for a joke. My kingdom for a joke. It says jokes on it, okay? Hey, you guys have been the source of my jokes recently. I don't even have to basically look them up because you provide so many of them. So let's get some, this is one of my favorites. A woman walks into a library and says, "Are there any books on paranoia?" The clerk says, "They're right behind you." Pretty good, huh? My wife told me I had to stop pretending I'm a flamingo. Let's try it again. My wife told me I had to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. 2 down, 1 to go. What type of exercise do lazy people do? Diddly squats. Don't blame me. Those are all your jokes. Of course, why did the Scarecrow, after the Wizard of Oz, whatever happened to him? Well, he went on to become a successful neurosurgeon. Not too many people know that. Why? He was outstanding in his field. All right, come on, thumbs up. Someone must have found that funny. Good one. Low T was a big problem for my mood. Whoops, hold on. You guys are going too fast. Testosterone therapy really helps, says Kelly Burns. That's good. Adam Jordari, nice. Any tips on what to do when you get stuck in your head? Oh, yeah. Cancel. Come down, take a deep breath and say to myself, I'm in the present. Nothing can harm me now. Or something like that. Bring yourself back into the present. Buspirone, I think that's Buspar. I've tried it, didn't do much good. Some people like it. It works. When it works, it really is a great thing. MD Nixon, try it yourself, Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Two psychiatrists passed each other on the street. One said to the other, "You're fine, how am I?" That's very good. I think I'm going to basically copy that, if you don't mind. Rosie Bangle. Command C. I was on a use phone for about a fortnight. I'm pretty sure it's the stuff that knocked me out for a week. Chom Choms, I can't remember if this has been told here before. What does German bread say? Gluten Tag. That's very good. I told my boyfriend about all the laundry I had to. He suggests we move to a nudist colony. Well, I don't know. That's a benign joke. Don't know how funny that is. Love that flamingo joke. Yeah, just did a set of diddly squats. I'm beat. Very nice. All right, let's go to live chat jokes. And let's go Command V. All right, didn't work. Okay, we'll have to come back and try it again. Hey, Joan. Joni Block. I'm trying to get Joan to get some food for me. All right. You can't use beef as a password. It's not strong enough. Where'd you get that? That's another good one. Copy and paste. Let's see if it works this time. It's not working. My goodness, what is going on here? There we are. That worked. Okay. Is it time for your banana again? Yes, of course. I get blood sugar attacks doing this. I didn't even eat earlier. It's currently 61 degrees centigrade here and raining, and I'm camping out in my garden tonight to wake up to the sunrise and birdsong. No comedy goats here, though, lazy. 61 degrees centigrade. Wait. Oh, what is that in Fahrenheit? Anybody tell me? Hey, Joan, could you bring that hummus in that's sitting on the table? I forgot to bring it in with a spoon. We need to be properly fueled before these webinars. Anyway, did anybody see my video that I posted yesterday? I've got a lot of really good response. I guess I need a spoon. It's called Social. Why are we hardwired to connect? Why, when people break up, do they find it's the most painful thing they've ever experienced? Because our brains. We are hardwired to connect with other mammals, meaning other human beings and animals and cats and dogs, because when we were young as infants, we depended on the kindness of strangers, or at least the kindness of our mothers. And there's a biological hardwiring that makes intimacy a necessity, not a luxury. And if you saw that video, and it explains a lot of things, why children like to sleep beside their parents at night. Yeah, well, you said 61 degrees centigrade. That would be really, really hot. Your videos aren't showing up my feed. YouTube is getting weird. How could they not be showing up in your feed? Well, just go to my station and click on them. All right, what's going on here? I guess I have to move this up a little bit, don't I? Oh, no. Now what are we going to do? Hey, I just lost you guys for just a second. Hold on. I'll be right back. I know you can still see me, but I can't see the feed. Here we are. Okay. Right, I won't do that again. It's weird how the mood can change completely in a few days. I feel zero anxiety for the last month and suddenly I feel it again with the depression. The world looks more gray. Could be worse. And exactly, MD Nixon, which also means that you could feel desperate and low and there's no hope one day, and the next day you can feel good. That's why people tell people never give up. I'm typing that right here for you guys, if I can do so. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to put this in all caps. NEVERGIVE, up. Never give up. There's always hope. Seriously, the cliche where there's life, there's hope, absolutely true. Okay, Ramana Maharshi, yes, that is a great Indian saint. I would donate if I had money. Your videos have a calming effect on me. Don't worry about paying to win. One day you're going to be a wealthy man, and your time will come. No worries, as they say in Australia. Does anyone know that phrase? No worries. It's really, 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 really a wonderful phrase. Although in affirmations, anything you put after the word no means you hear worries. But no, it works in Australia. No worries. It's cool. You think it's Einstein? No, Einstein used to be up there. All right. What else do we have? Noel Swathwara. Hello from India. Is that a photo of Ramana Maharshi? Yes, it certainly is. All right. What do we got here? Yes, Rosie Bangle, that was a typo you made. The signed Healing from Depression book hasn't arrived yet. I paid the shipping out, packaging July 19th. Hope all is okay. Did I send that to you? Did you pay that shipping to me? If so, I'm neglectful. I've had so much going on. This has been a very stressful summer. Steve Young, send me an email and tell me what's up with that book. If I was supposed to send it out and I didn't, I will send it out this week. You say no worries in your English. Well, it started in Australia. All right, Taco Plot. Does anyone know why antidepressants make it hard to lose weight? Do they all? I think so. Some don't, like Wellbutrin, but some weight gain. You think the antidepressants are bad? Check out the antipsychotics, like Zyprexa, like Seroquel. Oh my goodness. People gain 25, 50 pounds on that stuff. We say no worries in the UK because of the Australians. Exactly. Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel, beautiful song. And what is that song? Lazy Eye Ranch? Tell me the name of that song. Exotic Enigma, you're back. Good for you. Are you feeling any better? Please speak on postnatal drip. Oh, postnatal depression. Well, it's called postpartum depression, really. And it happens when mothers give birth to babies. They get depressed sometimes even get psychotic in worst case scenarios. Well, you go see your doctor, treat depression as you normally would, maybe medication, but it happens to mothers in a certain percentage of the time. I'm not an expert, but it's a really serious thing if you don't get on it. Okay, everybody, what's the name of the Kate Bush song? I'm waiting to hear it. Oh, Don't Give Up? Wow. Hey, you guys, why don't you send me the link? I haven't even given you my email address yet. Of course, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. DouglasBlog@gmail.com. I ain't got to get a new piece of paper that's coffee stains. Anyway, please send me the link to the Kate Bush song called Never Give Up. I want to play it for my group on Tuesday. All right, I'm feeling better but extremely angry. Well, what are you angry about? Maybe you have cause to be angry. You have goosebumps thinking about it. Wow. True Love Will Find You in the End by Daniel Johnson. Also a great song. Gives me hope. Well, you know what? Have you ever heard of having a love affair with yourself? You know what they say, love your neighbor as yourself. Self-love. So many people with depression put themselves down. Why is that, people? Can you tell me why so many people with depression beat themselves up? They call it low self, what do they call it? In the DSM-5, feelings of worthlessness and inappropriate guilt. Why do people with depression talk bad to themselves? If someone can raise their hand, I really like it. In the meantime, yes, I think we are kind of behind on live chats. Last week, we got 2 right off the bat. I mean super chats. And we got 1 earlier. Well, maybe if I eat some hummus, maybe that will change the karma here. By the way, does anybody have any interest in taking those seminars, the one on anxiety and the one on depression coming up with Unity? You guys probably can't get this, but in Portland, we have King Harvest. They make 14 different types of mustard. Here's toasted onion hummus. Has anyone ever had King Harvest? They're by far the best hummus maker in the world. My mother had postnatal depression in the 70s when I was born. Back then you were told to get on with it. She abused me for years and came at me with fists. I'm lucky I survived. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't your mother's fault. That was the disease. I'm sorry they didn't know stuff about it. You know what? Sorry to scare you. There's never been a better time to be mentally ill than 2019. Why? We know what postpartum is. Depression. We know a lot about different treatments like ECT, ketamine, TMS, and now people are doing microdosing psilocybin mushrooms, although that hasn't been approved by the FDA, and all sorts of other therapies, EMDR, and I need to have a lozenge. No answer, but it's a horrible symptom. What's a horrible symptom, Mike Walker? It's part of the circle of depression. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Why do people beat themselves up? Yeah. Yeah. We don't know why people beat themselves up when they're depressed, but it's a horrible symptom. I agree. Part of the circle of depression, but you can overcome it. You can learn to speak to yourself more more kindly. If I can just open up this lozenge, I'll be in great shape. Perseverance furthers. Oh God, me too. My mother was sectioned, held my father at knife point. My childhood with her destroyed me. Don't say destroyed. You watch your words, Rosie Banco. You're not destroyed. You're still here. You're functional. You're a human being. You have resilience. Of course, is why you have anxiety. But don't say it destroyed me. I want you to say new words to yourself, okay? I am more resilient. I am resilient, and I am recovering from my early trauma. Everybody together. I am recovering from my early trauma. I have recovered from my early trauma. Give yourself positive messages. It did not destroy you. It harmed you. It traumatized you. It did not destroy you. You are not destroyed, Lozy Bangle. You are whole and well. Within yourself is a spiritual part that cannot be touched by any abuse, by any tragedy, by any loss. Impossible. You have within you a whole and complete spiritual being that can't be touched by any of that crap. Tell yourself that it's true. How's that for my sermon for Sunday morning? I guess it's the afternoon. All right, Rosie Bangle, remember, oh, you're RCB. Oh my goodness. You've been leaving really nice comments on my YouTube. Thanks. Yes. Seroquel does have bad side effects, but for some people it's a lifesaver. I'm currently on Seroquel, says Jimmy Glick. My primary care physician prescribed this after my life left me. Well, you know what? I'm not saying don't take Seroquel. I'm just saying there's a side effect of weight gain. But, you know, I had a gal who came to my support group. She had slept 2 hours a month for 4 months. She was about to go psychotic. She got Seroquel, and then she slept again and got her life back. So there's a time and a place for everything, and you know there's a cost-benefit analysis. Yeah, there are side effects, but if it helps you regain your sanity, it's worth it. So everything should be discussed with you and your doctor. Thanks, Doug. This was from Rachel, not Rosie. Okay, well, I like RCB, and I was going to name my first daughter Rachel. The reason I didn't is I never had a first daughter. Excellent sermon, Doug's. Thank you, Jem. I never said that, Doug's, but RCB who said it. But what you said was fantastic. Well, thank you, and I hope you take that in. I absolutely know that. I didn't just say that to give a good sermon. It's absolutely true. All you people out there. Yeah, okay, so can I tell you my favorite story? Those of you who have read my book, which might be 2 of you. By the way, remember the super chat. I don't see the $sign even in my no, super chat is allowable. Okay, here comes the story. It's called the $20 bill story. I wish I had my wallet here. So you have to imagine this. So a motivational speaker once addressed a crowd. There were 200 people in it. And he held up a $20 bill and said, "Who wants this bill? Who wants this $20? People raised their hand like crazy. Then he went ahead and he dropped it on the floor and he kind of stamped on it. He took it up, you know, oh no, first what he crumbled it up like this. And he said, "Who wants this $20 bill?" People still raised their hand. Then he dropped it on the floor. Then he crushed it up. Then it was dirty and crumpled. Then it was all messed up. And he held up the bill and he said, "Now who wants this $20 bill?" people kept raising their hands. He said, you've learned a valuable lesson. No matter what I did to this $20 bill, it still had its worth of $20. In life, you might be stamped on, you might be crumpled, you might have horrible experiences, but your inherent worth and value never changes. Remember that. You are precious. Thank you, Steve Young. Thank you for the email. What do you think of the $20 bill story? No matter what you did to the $20 bill, crushed it, stamped on it, it was still worth $20. I don't care what's happened to you. Your inherent goodness, your inherent spirit cannot be touched. Your worth is not based on what you do, it's based on who you are. Or as Joel Osteen would say, whose you are if you believe in a creator out there. Beautiful. Thank you, Kimberly. Very often I would like to do something, but I can't do it. I'm unable to execute it, therefore I feel paralyzed. Well, you need to see it. That's a symptom of depression, feeling paralyzed, feeling stuck. What do? When you seek help, till you have someone else come by your house. If you can't go to the gym, go with a friend. Thank you, $4.99. Who is that? Kimberly A. Haven't seen you before. Nice to see you. Thank you for the donation. Okay, Yinidisla, you just find someone to go to the gym with you. You bring in the troops, bring in the support. Remember, we're social animals, we're social beings. By the way, my next two videos coming up are how to overcome loneliness and how to deal with social anxiety, okay? Raise your hands. Who deals with loneliness? Oftentimes introverts who are depressed get very lonely. That's a painful feeling. It's the most painful feeling I ever had was going to college and being lonely. Secondly, raise your hand if you have social anxiety, a big one. Fear of being around people, getting anxious. What are people going to think? What are people going to say? You know what Terry Cole Whitaker did? She wrote a book, What You Think of Me is None of My Business. I'll say it again. What you think of me is none of my business. It doesn't matter what people think or say. It's their problem. I was going to say something that's really, really, no, they'll censor me if I say it, but it's good. What did you love, Kimberly Roberts? Let me know. My mom was on Valium for the 60s. She died in 2000. I'm glad because I still remember what she was like when I was little. She hit us daily and I cried a lot. I slept a lot. She got better though. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, my mother yelled at me. She was verbally abusive. She was no saint, but she never hit me. And you see, doesn't this show how human beings are essentially resilient? The fact that some of you could put up with such crap, such horrible abuse, and here you are, human beings with compassion and empathy and reaching out to each other. Never underestimate the strength of human goodness and the human spirit. I think it's something divine. Even if you're an atheist, you still have to admit it's true. All right. Sometimes, especially Canadian plastic-based money, you couldn't crumble it if you tried to. Okay. All right. So use the dollar bill then. Lonely that I've been on my own since 2015, but ex-husband rejected from 2013. Well, who rejected whom, Jen? I love the $20 bill story. Yes, it's not mine. Doug, I've just sent the email. Yes. I will read it. Thank you. And send me your phone number too. I can call you on WhatsApp. This is making me sad. I'm worried you all went through what you have. Well, I know I feel the same way, but these people, these people are survivors. Feeling lonely in college. Oh boy, I know that feeling so much. It's hard for introverts like me to socialize. Nevertheless, I heal the most when I'm with others. It's strange. No, you heal the most when you're with others because you need them. Hey, I went to college. I was all alone, Rochester, New York, didn't know anybody, cloudy, rainy. I was so miserable. The pain of loneliness is indescribable. I mean, really indescribable. And I had to go into therapy, and I've never been out of therapy since. Like Woody Allen says, 50 years. You're in your R group now, Jim. Hey, Matt C., great to have you here. The Lonely Struggle of the Human Spirit. Do you also that British movie? No, you're too young. Anybody here over 50? Anyway, it's called The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. It's a British film. Everybody from the UK needs to see this film. It's about a runner who went to prep school and overcame his loneliness by being a track star, but it has an amazing ending. Okay, I want you to see this film. Everybody from the UK, see this film. See this film. Okay, please, promise me you will. It's called, look it up on Wikipedia, will you? The Loneliness of the Long Distance Has anybody seen this film? Has anyone heard of it? Let's look at them on Wikipedia. Someone just gave me $10. Thank you, Matt C. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go to Wikipedia. No, that's not going to be it. I don't want the weather. I want Wikipedia. There we are. Okay. The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner. 1962 film by Tony Richardson. I was 13. Those of you born after 1962, too bad. It's a British coming-of-age film. The screenplay adaptation was written by Alan Stillo from his short story of the same name. Yeah. Tom Courtney played the rebellious youth. And let me see what the... Wow, this is a long writing. Wow, this has got a tremendous amount of information. Filming reception. Yeah, well, the film was a box office... It was the box office disappointment, but it got a bunch of awards. The 36th best British film ever made. Okay, you Brits, go see this film. Mind warriors, we're the driver of the train. The mental thoughts and conditions are just passengers that will get off at each station. I went through the same stuff. It's way too long. You're 67. Yay, Barbara. Well, I'm 70. Did you see the film? Long distance running really helps me. I love the solitude, time to think about nothing. Well, Matt C., that's what this guy did to overcome his loneliness at prep school. I've been too isolated too long. You know, isn't there a famous song called I've Been Lonely Too Long? Who wrote that song? You're taking your car to get your suspension fixed. Haven't had reliable transport. Looking forward to freedom. Good for you. You know, you should start a GoFundMe account. Lazy Eye Ranch, maybe some friends and family would contribute to getting some expenses done so you can get out into the world. Not a bad idea. Do people know what GoFundMe is? I raised $5,000 for my niece when her son had a brain operation due to a tumor. It's really cool, and it's, you know, if you have a good story, people will respond. People are good-hearted. Hey, Barbara H. Richardson is a good director. That was 1962. That was 57 years ago. Is he still directing? To watch a film about loneliness by myself. It's a brilliant film, Ryan Janko. All right. I definitely have social anxiety, which has complicated my entire life. Also leads to depression. Yes, there are treatments for social anxiety. Go see a good psychologist. Really. The side effects of my mother's abuse, says Rosie Bangle, made me decide I was damn sure I was going to be one of the good guys of life and not nasty to people. Julia, we are still valuable, but some of us are just crumpled $20 bills. Nearly 59. Yep, over 50. Good for you, RCB. So, someone just said something. Oh, yes. Parents are good examples of how to be and how not to be. If you have a bad parenting experience, it can teach you what not to do when you have children. So that can be the gift of bad parenting. MD Nixon, what happened to you at college to get better? I smoked a lot of pot. That's how I connect with people. I'm serious. That was 1967. Only the therapy or more things like medication. Yeah, self-medicated. But back in 1967, marijuana was nothing like it is today. It was so benign. And you know, what it did is it helped me get out into nature, appreciate the country, appreciate art. I started taking art classes. It was helpful. So was therapy. You know what was really helpful? Getting the hell out of University of Rochester and going to school in New York City. That did more than anything. Sometimes you just got to get out of the environment if you can. All right. Matt C., thank you for your donation. Boy, it's great to have you here. Are we having fun? Well, you didn't see the film. Don't worry. You can still see it on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Sally O, I had to basically somewhat screen that. But yeah, parents, of course, parents can be your savior. They can be your hell. But it's all karma, my friends. If you have, well, I won't go into that. But yes, good can come out of bad things. If you got messed up by your parents, you can be a better person. Once again, a week from today, I hope some of you can join me. Some of you joined me last time. I'm going to be sending out a notice. Here's Unity Spiritual Explorers, healing from depression and anxiety. What's going on here? And healing from depression. And how do we wire your anxious brain? Type in my name to Unity Spiritual Explorers, and you'll get a chance to look at those seminars. Jason C., you are so right, Kimberly A. And thank you, Chris. Chris is a Mensch. We can always count on him to basically help. Thank you again, Chris. I know I've sent you my ebook already. And what did Jason C. say that was so cool? I can't find his comment. Maybe you guys can repeat it. C. Rector, have you read any good Feeling Good by David Burns? Have I read Feeling Good? I wrote the damn book. I ghost wrote it. No, I didn't. I read it when it first came out. Yeah, it's the also I go to U of R. Oh my God, C. Rector. Yeah, I went there for 2 years. Hope you're having a better experience than I did. Anyway, yes, Feeling Good was the original book on cognitive therapy. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's a classic. So go see it. When I look up, there's all this reflection in my eyes. I'm going to wear my contacts next time. Too much light reflection. Pot can be, but then makes you more anxious. Yes, pot can make you more anxious. A lot of people. It is not a panacea, believe me. It just helped me. You're 57, the same age as the Lonely movie. What came out when you were 0? Did you remember anything of it? Yeah, Feeling Good is a great book. Okay, Lazy Ranch. I went back to get into therapy, but have no insurance or money. I'm lonely. It hurts. I go weeks sometimes without seeing anyone. Well, you know, there are free therapists in cities, believe me. There's also AA meetings. Have you thought of going to a 12-step meeting? My God, you should go to Al-Anon. You've had alcoholism and addiction in your family. I've been lonely too long by the Rascals. Thank you, of course. How could I remember that? Forget that. That was a huge hit. Three Dog Night, I've been lonely so long is a song. I think that was by the Rascals. You're absolutely right. Keep you in my thoughts. Yes. So Lazy Ranch, go to Al-Anon. They're free. Is my cat around? He's outside exploring, but if he comes in, I'll be sure to hold him up again to the camera. How to not get weed paranoia? Well, probably don't smoke it if it gives you paranoia. Loneliest movie is only $2.99 on Amazon Prime and Google Play. Thank you, Brian. You're a mensch. Pain to a pin. I have to go to the doctor when I work tomorrow. Should I take medicine and test results with me? Yeah, show him everything that's happened. I don't know if he's going to take me serious if I tell him I'm battling depression. He has to. All doctors take that seriously. You going to your PCP? What about seeing a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner or a therapist? Are you seeing a mental health professional? Pain to a pin. Lisa Alexander, oh no, I'm sorry. I can't imagine worse hurt than losing your child. Oh my God, did I lose that comment? Oh, I've known people who've gone through that. Message retracted. Okay, well don't. Yeah, I didn't see your message, Lisa, but wow. Yeah, I've known some couples here in Portland who've lost their child. I mean, I can't think of no greater loss, even more than, divorce. The police did so long in 1978. I'm sure there's a lot of covers on that, Steve Young. That's very cute, Brian Janko. I love your humor. I want to experience the relief of marijuana. Well, marijuana is actually prescribed for pain in America. If you have a medical marijuana card, it helps my brother with chronic pain. So it has a lot of different uses right now. But again, some people, they have adverse reactions to it. So buyer beware. I've been suffering from health anxiety and a doctor prescribed me some sort of medication. Should I just give it a shot? It's been scaring me, but I'm suffering with symptoms. Well, I don't know what the medication is, but talk about it with your doctor. By the way, I and Noah Thomas did a video on health anxiety. When this is over, go to my channel and type in health anxiety. You'll see a really good 22-minute video on it. Okay, Alex, check that out. As far as the medication, I don't know what it is. And even if I did, I can't make recommendations over the internet. But, anxiety is treated by a combination of therapy and medication. Sometimes medication is required. Hopefully your doctor knows what he's doing. Yes, Lazy Ranch, one of the first records you owned. C. Rector, what's my opinion on self-help books in general? I've written 7 of them. I think they're great. Self-help books are great. Sorry for all the questions. I've just started trying to address my anxiety, trying everything I can. Oh my God, books save my life. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I mean, books, my goodness, we are so lucky to live in the age of the printing press and mass publishing and PDFs and ebooks. Everything you need to get well is out there. You just have to connect with the right resources and pray. Speaking of which, if you believe in prayer, yeah, it's a textbook and a workbook. Yes, it is, Richard. So, if any of you believe in the power of prayer, and I've given this number before. I guarantee you, I promise you, if you call this number and hang out with these people for just 90 seconds, you will feel a difference. And I don't know, if anybody has called Silent Unity, let me know. It's a 24-hour prayer line. Swearing has been proven to relieve stress. Really? I've lived a really clean life. That's why I'm so healthy. Do you know that? I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't curse. God damn it, I left my cigarette at the bar. I'll do that again. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't curse. God damn it, I left my cigarette at the bar. Who's heard that one? That came from about 50 years ago. Oh my God, my 37-year-old son took his life 4.5 years ago. I regret reading his autopsy report. I can't get that image out of my mind. Yes, you need to go to a hypnotherapist and get yourself programmed to let go of that image. I know. That's what makes that so horrible. And I'm doing a book on that. And Lisa, if you send me your email address, there was an op-ed piece in the New York Times about a woman who lost her husband in the same way. And I will send you that piece. That will give you a lot of comfort. So, where's my friggin... Sorry about the schmutz on here. DouglasBach@gmail.com. Lisa, send me an email and I'll send you an op-ed piece from the New York Times about someone else who lost. Do you think Lucid Tools could be used as a tool for recovering from depression? Definitely. I've started to see a lot of them. It would be cool if there was a way. Well, talk to your doctor about that. I've never had a lucid dream, so I wouldn't know directly. Salio, what do you disagree with? Well, let me see. Anthony also, sorry, Lisa. Yeah, I lost my husband to suicide. I found him. Oh, there you have it. Yes, it's a very cruel situation. That's why I'm writing a book on it. And I'll probably give it away free to any of you who are survivors once I'm done. That I can tell you as a promise. If I write you now, you'd answer, are you too busy? I can take a look at it. I'm extremely busy, but since you're MD Nixon from Germany, your wish is my command. So send me an email. I'll probably get to it sometime in the next week. Rosie McGill, it's funny. I went more than a month last winter, trapped out there, didn't see another human being when bridges went down. It was awful. I haven't been the same. And what did Rosie Bangle say that was funny? That's what I want to know. I have to look it up. I haven't heard from many of you. Oh, here you can't go far without seeing people, even camping in the mountains and playing solitaire. There's always some damn fool who'll come up behind you and tell you what card to play next. That's very, very funny, Rosie Bangle. Where do you live, by the way? I'm glad that Lazy Eye Ranch and Rosie Bangle are connected. This is why we're here, everybody, to connect. No one's mentioned, if they've seen my video yesterday about social, why we are hardwired to connect in our brains and bodies. Oh, yes, some visual therapies. You might also try something called EMDR. Now what did I do? Here it is. All right. We are 45 minutes into the hour. Jason Klula, what are you looking for? You did, you said it was interesting. I'm not quite sure what that means. RCB, why don't you write to me about your experiences as a survivor? I'm collecting stories for my new book. I'm sorry you've gone through that, Rachel. Ehrenmann, which means you're a man of honor. You know what? In Yiddish, which is based on Germany, they call it Mensch. Have you ever heard that term, MD Nixon? You start saying it to all your German friends. A Mensch means an honorable person. Does EMDR have a good record? It has an excellent record, but you're not going to do it because I told you so. You're going to do it because you're going to find a psychologist who practices it and specializes in it. Then you can find out. Are you living in Teesdale? Another Brit. Oh my God. You guys got to all send me your addresses so I can do a tour of Great Britain. I can stay at all your houses and crash there and then give lectures. You disagree about hypnotherapy to get rid of thoughts? Well, Salio, like everything else, it works for some people, it doesn't work for others. Trust your own experience. The Rascals were great. Oh yeah, they were a great group. Jem, I saw your video yesterday. I think I wrote a comment. You did, of course. No, you always write comments, Jem. I love your name too. You vid though, whatever that means. Did you ever been an alcoholic? I didn't see anybody drunk till I was 38. That should give you an answer. Matter of fact, what do we now? Let's go to 70.5. Okay. Let's go over here, right here. Calculator. 70.5 times 365. I have been 25,732 days clean and sober. How about that? 25. I'm going to go to an AA meeting. Hey, my name is Douglas, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been 25,732 days clean and sober. That's how long I've been alive, meaning I've never had a drink. Or I've never gotten drunk anyway. Yes, I want to come to the UK so badly. I lived there in 1982. Tasbism Nas. Hi, better late than never. We only have about 10 minutes left. Yes, your struggles from sexual assault. Wow, yes. Of course, you would have negative associations with intimacy, at least sexual intimacy. You know, there's something called emotional intimacy, which has nothing to do with sex, hugs, friends, cats, dogs. So that type of intimacy, hopefully you're okay with. In terms of sexual intimacy, again, go to a doctor, go to a therapist who specializes in trauma. A lot of women, and even some men, have had to deal with that. And I'm sorry. Thank you, Kimberly. 75,327 days clean and sober is not easy, let me tell you. By the way, to anybody who's sensitive to noises or anxious in the public, I just got myself some headphones with noise canceling. Helps a lot. Thank you, MD. Yes, it is RCB. As for hypnotherapy, it costs a fortune, really? Well, you do have to pay privately. You're right. You got to try things out until you find what works. Hi, Shell Bradshaw, nice to see you. What time is it where you live? It's 4 in the morning. My God, I need to get back to sleep. I'm lying. 12:50 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Portland, Oregon, USA. And the East Coast, they always say Oregon. I was just about to say, Steve Young, it's time for a donation. You read my mind. Thank you, Steve Young. Yes, it is interesting what I said yesterday. It's not only interesting, it's true. They've done experiments with rats of all people. A mother rat, a baby rat, a mother rat, a baby rat. The mother rat goes away, the baby rats freak out. Do you remember that term? The physiology of despair. I'm going to write that down. That's amazing. Why do I use this term? Well, you guys are all smart, right? Why do I use the term the physiology of despair? To say what happens when people lose people close to them or people get abandoned. Why don't I just call it despair? Why do I call it the physiology of despair? Please, somebody, enlighten me. This is an amazing term. A, 25:51 New England now. Of course, you're basically, it's 9:51 we are, it's 12:51, you're 9 hours ahead, just like Germany, just like Switzerland, just like many of these European countries. Although it's 8:51 in Great Britain. I'm going to try and cancel taking my catastrophe. I'll let you know next week. Yes. Look at my video on how to rewire your anxious brain, and also 3 steps to overcoming worry. I like it when a child cries in super when they lose their mom. Okay, so no one has yet told me why the term physiology of despair is a powerful term. Changes your brain, yeah. That's good. I still want to hear what people think about that. Anyway, taco platter. My God, I just knocked this thing. Look at 3 steps. To overcoming worry. Whoops, I can't type. That's why I failed typing class. No, I didn't. But I'll fail now if I ever take one. Well, it's 3 steps to overcoming worry, not 3. There we have it. Hey, tell me if you think this is morbid. It's from the Catskills, a Yiddish joke. A patient goes to see a doctor. The doctor says, I'm sorry to say you have 6 months to live. 6 months goes by. The patient doesn't pay his bill. The doctor says, okay, I'll give you another 6 months. I think that's funny, quite frankly. All right, but let's get a real funny joke from you guys. One tectonic plate bumps into another, says, sorry, my fault. That's from one of you guys. I like to do some jokes about unemployed people, but they're not working. And as Jason Clue has said, I'd like to tell you some chimney jokes. I have a stack of them. That was from Jason. Past generations pass along despair. That's true. Wish I could help with your physical pain, Shell. My thoughts are with you. Yeah, you got it, C-Rector. So when people lose someone, it's not just in their heads. Their biology freaks out. Their stress hormone goes up. The cortisol goes up. Their immune system goes down. You know, their appetite goes down. These are physical symptoms. You cannot talk your way out of a physical symptom. That's why sometimes medication is needed for depression. That's why sometimes you need an antibiotic if you have an infection. In Christian Science, they believe that everything can be healed with the mind. That's true ultimately, but no, not all of us are on the plane of consciousness to do that. So treat the symptom on the level that it exists and use other techniques first. So loss is not just mental, it's physical, just like depression. That's why you can't snap yourself out of depression. You can't snap out of it. You can't snap yourself out of a tumor. You can't snap yourself out of a clogged artery. It's a physical issue. You need other tools on the physical plane. Understood? Or there's a word for it, come see or something. Lady Marmalade was recording in the studio. It was a jamming section. God. Oh, I'm going to say, how is Lady Marmalade recorded in a jamming section? How's that? I even like that. I'm actually like that better. You laughed at something, Brian Jenko. Okay, so now we're going to go back over to here. And we're going to go to... there we are. It worked this time. Okay. We have 5 minutes left. My computer has 19% power left. Is it safe to do EMDR on YouTube? No, you got to have a practitioner. It's a very complex form of therapy. No, the person who treats himself has a fool for a physician. Seek out professional help, everybody. The worst mistake I was ever made was trying to snap myself with the okay, 1, 2, 3. You're no longer depressed. You're no longer depressed. You're no longer depressed. My friend drives a lorry full of quicklime cement, but the rain got in. And he wanted to be a 3-ton brick. Okay. Yes, impossible. All right. I'm glad, Brian Jonko, you liked the joke. I'm unemployed. It's not a joke. Yes. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And that was somebody else's joke, not mine. Of course it's not a joke. I have a video FS called How to Deal with Job Search Depression. If you look at it, I think it's going to help you. And of course it's not a joke. Sometimes dark humor, we have to laugh at our pain, but I understand it's not for everybody. But yes, so actually because, that was a bad thing, you didn't have a good experience with that, I'm going to send you a free copy of this chart. Healing from Depression, Self-Care Activities to Improve Your Mood. The other side says boost your psychological immune system. So if you send me an email, FS, I will send you a free copy of that chart. and I'm sorry that that joke was not fun for you, but there's a video I did that I think will help. It's called How to, I think it's Cope with something, I don't know, job stress, depression. I don't even remember what it was called. Okay, let's try it again. STRESS. Something like that. I made it about 4 months ago. It's a video. Why do people not know this? Know what, Kimberly? Okay, let's get to some more questions. Anything on intrusive thoughts? Yes, one of my most popular videos is called How to Respond to Obsessive and Intrusive Thoughts. Check that out immediately. All right, let me see that address you sent to me. AdamRock70@gmail.com. All right, Adam, your wish is my command. I'm going to send you that chart. And I'm also going to send you a link to my video on dealing with the kind of stress you undergo when you're looking for a job. So that's a way of making amends. All right, we have 1 minute left. Anybody have any final thoughts, questions, jokes, comments? My visualization takes world for me, and not one thing works for everybody. Well, Steve Young, maybe next time you can explain the technique to all these people here. Okay, Lazy Eye Ranch made a funny joke, but I didn't get to see it because... Anyway, Steve Rector, check that video out. My question about suicide book recommendation, my teenage stepnieces. Yes, actually I have a perfect book written by the cousin of Kurt Cobain, Bev Cobain, and I want you to get this on Amazon immediately. I own that book and I've shared it with many people. I'm writing this right here for you. I'm writing this book here. Be patient. There it is. When Nothing Matters Anymore, Overcoming Teen Depression by Bev Cobain, the cousin of Kurt Cobain. Who is it that asked about the thing for their niece? Oh, God, so many comments. All right. Where is that question about the teen? Well, whoever wrote that, that's the book. Pain to a Pin is always good to support you. Don't worry about it. Oh, the brain whisperer. Yes, anyway, so to the person whose niece is very depressed, When Nothing Matters Anymore is the book that I completely and totally recommend. And I can't find the question, so anyway, hope you're on, whoever asked that question. I look forward to these charts. They have brought me so much comfort and joy. You are an amazing blessing, Doug. And talk about what charts you're referring to. I thought I sent them to you already. If I didn't, send me your email address. I don't know how to get in contact with you. You treat your thoughts as prison inmates and your mind as the prison. You are the warden. Each time you struggle, you send it back to prison. Okay. Even depressed, our brains work better than those without. That's cool. All right, so it's 12:02. I'm going to visit a friend of mine who's been depressed for quite some time. Doctor visits, doctor makes house calls every now and then. You guys connect with each other, write each other, exchange email addresses, maybe even phone numbers. I wonder what happened to Danielle. She used to be very supportive of another woman. who lived in Oklahoma. Daniel's in Houston. I forgot the woman's name, but anyway. Uh, yes, but better than lithium, Richard Hope, is now ketamine. That's what ketamine is being used for. People who are like majorly suicidal, you give them ketamine and they chill out quickly and they can then live another day. Because remember, you may feel bad today, but tomorrow's another day. As someone said here, you can feel anxious one day, calm the next, good the next, depressed the next day. Everything changes, everything's up for grabs. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Again, never give up, never give up, never give up. What was the name of that? Who wrote that book again? Or it was a song, right? By Kate Bush. I'm listening to that song as soon as I get off the air. Yes. Oh, that was you, Brian? Yes. When Nothing Matters Anymore, immediately get that book ASAP. Okay, everybody. Next Sunday is my seminar, How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. I'll be doing it at 1 o'clock, right after our little show here. Every week, it's the Douglas Block Depression Show, or whatever you want to call it. Hey, you guys, why don't you send me ideas for names of the show? You know, I've been down so long, it looks like up to me. Or, do you really think he's funny? Or, man, the black cloud resumes. Or, I don't know what it is. Stay safe, stay strong, mind warriors forever. All right. See you next week.